Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel on my trade analysis, my trade insights, and the results of the trade. Kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, share these videos to your loved ones, your friends, your family who are forex traders, or the ones who are interested in trading forex and they are finding it difficult to understand how the market moves, why the market is moving. Basically, this is just a video showing you what the BTC USD has been doing since Friday 24th of October 2025 stroke Saturday 25th of October 2025. So basically, this particular trade, this was when the trade tapped the entry, and this was the results of the trade. So basically, I just want to explain to you how I analyzed this trade and how I did my entry, how I knew where the market was most probably heading to, and let's just get into the video. So first thing I did was, let me do the replay so we can treat it like a live chat. So basically, this was where the market was as at Friday. You can say Friday 24th October. So this was where the market was as at Friday. And first thing I did was I went to my 4-hour chart to know what was going on in the higher time frame. And the first thing I did was I drew my trend line. Basically, my strategy is very simple. All I use is just I trade trend line, support and resistance, and I incorporate it with structural liquidity and point of interest. So basically, that is what I trade. And first thing I did was to draw my trend line. So I took my trend line from here and I drew it. So this was what I did. I drew my trend line. You can see. So I tried to know what the market was doing on this trend. So I saw the market hit the trend line. The market moved. The market hit the trend line here and moved again. So the market hit the trend line here, moved up. Market hit the trend line here, moved up again. Market came back to this line again, moved up. But when the market got to this level, the market broke the trend line. Then we tested the trend line and tried to push down for a sell. But there was not enough momentum for the sell. And then the market went back into the trend line and retested it again. The market went back into the trend line, retested it, went up, retested the trend line again. So what I actually did was I waited for the market to retest the trend line again the third time to buy. So this was what I did. So let's see how the market did in 4 hours. I waited for the market to do whatever it wanted to do. So the market went up, and then the market tested the trend line again. So when the market tested the trend line again, I wanted to know how I'm going to buy at that level. If I see my confirmation, I was going to buy at that level. So the market retested the trend line there. So let me drop to my lower time frame so you can see how the market retested the trend line. So I moved down to my 1 hour time frame and I checked it. Let's see how it did. Now the market retested the trend line in the 1 hour time frame. Now I went to my 15-minute time frame to see the trend the market was coming down with, and I realized that the market came down with a strong push to the trend line. So the 15-minute time frame was just a strong downward move. So if I was going to see a market structure shift for a buy, definitely I'm not going to see it in 5 minutes. If I was going to get this buy very early, the only time frame I will be able to see it was 5 minutes. So I dropped my 5 minutes time frame to see how the market is going to shift structure. So I saw the downward move, a push down, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and then a lower low. and then a lower low. So basically this was the last order block that happened. This was the order block, and the market went into the order block and tried to sell from that level, but the market was not able to sell from the level, and instead, now let's see what the price did. And then boom, the market broke out of the order block, which automatically means the order block has become a breaker block, right? Good. So first I left my order block, and then I also marked the order block that caused the break of structure. So the next thing I was going to start looking for is my liquidity to form, so I can know the point of interest to use, if I was going to use the order block for the entry or I was going to use my breaker block for the entry. So I waited for my liquidity to form, and then boom, my liquidity formed. This is my liquidity, and then I have my breaker block just below it. So I placed my buy limit just at the top of the order block, and I just placed my stop loss just below and take profit somewhere here. I don't want to have too much expectations in the market, so I just put my take profit somewhere very close. So let's see what the market did. The market tapped the entry. Sorry. So the market tapped the entry at this level. You can see the market tapped the entry, and immediately the market started moving up massively. So basically, if you have been trying to buy BTC USD, you have been waiting for the perfect spot to buy. The BTC has bought from that breaker and has been moving in an uptrend since Friday. So if you have been trying to sell BTC USD and it has been taking you out, this is the mistake you did, because BTC has been going bullish for the past 2 days or 3 days. So share this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and we'll meet in our next video.